Hey guys, so this is part 2 of my string review on Genesis Hexonic 18G. Sorry for such a long delay from the last video. Just had a hard time finding someone to hit with, but nonetheless I finally did get to play with it about a week after stringing it. Before I get into the review, I do want to mention that when I string a racket, I like to wait at least a day before hitting with it. Some people I know, they like to use it right away. Where I've read some pros, they'll have their racket strung while they're playing a match, so they can use it later, like after a ball change. But for me, the reason I like to wait at least a day, if not more, is because I like to give the strings some time to settle in place first. Especially for the crosses, I like the crosses to be able to develop a notch, so they don't move up and down. And I feel like when you play with it too early, the string bed really hasn't developed its memory yet, and you don't get all the snapback potential. So even though I had to wait a week, it's really no different than what I would normally do. So as you recall from my first video, I strung on my Battlelot Purestorm GT at 50 pounds. This was my first time using Genesis brand string, and overall was very pleased with the performance, and even more so when you consider the $6.90 price per set. Comparing this to my previous string, which was Babolat RPM Blast 17G, Hexonic has more control and less power at the same tension. I probably would go down a little bit to maybe 47 pounds the next time I use this string on this racket. At 50 pounds, I felt very confident with the placement of my shots. Got a very consistent response from the string bed. The mains never moved. I never had to readjust the string bed during the entire hitting session. The ball never flies on you, and you just got good solid spin and bite. When I would retrieve the balls, I could see the impression of the string bed on the ball from the hexagonal shape in the thin 18G, so it really does grab it well and give you that good spin. The feedback and response on the string was very good. When you put a great swing on the ball, you knew it instantly from the feel and the sound off the strings, and vice versa. So the only downside for me was the mishits did feel a little bit jarring, and obviously that doesn't feel very pleasant on the arm. Overall, I thought it was a great string, a great control string, and I think the perfect racket that it would pair well with is a tweener racket, something a little bit more powerful like a pure drive. I think that would give it a great balance. Right now, I do think I would use this string again for my Purestorm, but I have some other Genesis strings to try, so I might like something better. So stay tuned for my other reviews, and thanks for watching.